of the Three Rivers is Acrisure Stadium. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stokes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Orange offense will take the field, and they have the first possession of this game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Steve Angeli fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Syracuse right back at it.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Angeli on the play action. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Quarterback just threw that one wide. Might have been bothered that the defender was going to try to undercut that route and pick it off.
Yeah, and those out routes, remember, you're throwing all the way towards the sideline, so it's a longer throw. And you're right, if you miss short, Reese, that DB gets to take it, collect it, and go back to the house the other direction. So you definitely want to miss long, but I just wouldn't say that long.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Running inside, it's Johnson. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, first and goal.
Touchdown, Orange! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Pittsburgh's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the sophomore running back. Last time out, scored a touchdown just under 100 yards in their victory. The run inside. It's Turner. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. That ought to be enough to give Pitt the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1, was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow, he is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass. Working that left side now. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. They'll try to get it through the air. Quick completion on the out. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the score. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Jumped on top of the pile.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Angeli flips it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Wants to throw it again. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. Across the 45. Caught, and he's got room. Into the house. Touchdown, Cuse.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the extra point splits the uprights. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people get near him. Continue to hit this running back. Try to slow him down and cool him off.
Makes it past the marker. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Pitt.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Throwing Angelic. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Got his man on the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Right on the money. Finding some room. Bulldozes his way through. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Steve Angelic makes a catch. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll try to run for it. How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up 4th down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Here comes the option. The pitch. Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Way to make a split-second decision by that quarterback. He sees the defender commit. Boom. Pitch the ball. Not only pitch the ball, on target. So now the running back can catch it. He didn't have to reach behind him. He didn't have to reach in front of him. Caught it. He did the rest. Turned on the Jets. Got to the house.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. On the run, it's Turner. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Right back to him on the ground. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Quarterback making adjustments. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Zings it complete to the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. And the Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Got it in the middle. It's Hicks. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We were asked a 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Running inside, it's Turner. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The offense changing the play. To the air on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Orange calling for a timeout. It's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Timeout taken on the field. It's the second call by Syracuse. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, Panther! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a 1-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Angelic finds his big tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offense.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Just keeps moving. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Orange. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Got a man. It's Kent. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Pitt calls it second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's taking the shot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking for room, it's right. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in a...
Makes the catch, and he's free. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. 1st and 10 coming up. Wants to throw it again. Grabbed over the middle. It's sacked.
I love the job by the receiver there on the curl route against zone coverage because he finds the soft spot, but he also does a nice job coming back to the football, and it's not easy. When your quarterback's got a cannon like this guy does, and he's throwing a bullet at you, there's a lot of guys that would be hesitant and they would want to wait for the ball. Not this guy. He went and attacked it and secured the catch.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. The run inside. It's Turner. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. To the air on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Soft spot in the middle. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Panthers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Turner. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll run it again. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Panthers! Somehow they fought all the way back, and it's a 1-possession game.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Syracuse offense makes its way onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Throwing Angelic. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Quarterback gets the first down. Turning it on. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. The Orange will have to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Got a little space. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Third down play from the gun. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Steve Angelic looking for a big gain. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Makes the grab down the left side. Took it all the way inside their territory, down to the 40-yard line, and that's where they'll set up shop.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Pulls it in. It's Miller. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Syracuse might take a shot here on second and short. Miller with the ball. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The option, the keeper. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Angeli. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Got enough space. Touchdown, Cuse. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's his third touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Pittsburgh sends out the offense to start this drive. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. The sure hands, it's Hicks.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Caught over the middle. It's Turner. They'll make the stop right there, but Pittsburgh moves the chains, and they have a first down. Offense, quick tempo.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. It'll be third and long. Just keep slinging it. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Wants to fire on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's sacked. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
They've got the weapons to stay aggressive. Just made a big play. Let's see if we can take a shot here into the end zone, score, and try to save as much time on the clock as we can.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Pitt pushing the pace.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Might be changing the route. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Swings it out to the flat. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The give is to Miller. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll go right back to him. He's got enough to give Syracuse the 1st down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. They go play action with Angeli. Fires to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. Trying to move them on the counter. Could be an alley. Past the 30. Past the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Syracuse. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. Running inside, it's Miller. There he goes. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Orange. Once he got some room, it was over. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. He might want another play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Lee. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to keep it in the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Intercepted to stop the threat. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. Wide receiver going in motion. This is a designed run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Red pass hits complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Angeli on the play action. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Nice job of the defense, playing fast, playing physical, upfield, forcing the fumble. They can't fall on it. They can't get the touchdown themselves, but they force the safety and put points on the board.
The Pitt Panthers offense out there to go on the attack. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. With this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Wants to throw on first down. Right down the middle. That's caught. It's Hicks. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it.
That ball is intercepted at the goal line.
And the defense hasn't made many plays. Who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead and make this place even quieter.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Situation like this late in the game, and the offense might be content just to barge right into the middle of that crowded run D. The give on the counter. Just tried to barge their way forward out of the gun and still couldn't find any room to run. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. The run inside. It's Miller. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries. And when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was, but